Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm at Inks Lake State Park in Central Texas. Beautiful park in the hill country of Texas, granite boulders around and stuff. Great camping place and usually a very busy campground. And here today I want to talk about RVing, like the first lesson for beginning RVers, like RVing 101. For all you people that are beginning to RV or thinking about RVing, etc., this is a state park, okay? Right here. This is where you're going to learn about, I'm going to go the other way. It looks like it's a little busy that way, so we'll go to the left. Because you could go either way. There's a lot of campsites both ways. But having said that, we are at a state park, and for those of you that are going to start, here's some things that you might want to know. And I'll probably ramble around, but I'll cover several things. In Texas, the state parks charge you an entrance fee plus camping fee, and most state parks have fees. So be sure and check that in advance so you know what you're getting into. But one of the things, if you're going to get you an RV, that back when I started, I've been doing this for 25 years. I have a Casita 17-foot Freedom Deluxe RV, the fiberglass unit made in Rice, Texas. Now these campsites over here have water only. Now what you need to learn is the difference between a, quote, full hookup and a partial hookup. A full hookup, and a hookup means the things that plug into your RV to make it like a home, like electricity, water, and hooking up to the sewer. These campsites here have water only, and you'll find that there are those types of sites all over everywhere. These people, you can come in here and camp in a tent. You could put a small RV in here. I don't think the spots are that long, but enough said about that. But you got water hookups, then you have full hookups with water, septic, and or sewer. The big hose that hooks up to your, quote, black water, or hooks up to your side of your RV, and that's where you drain your black and gray water. And then I'll go ahead and expand on that. On RVs, there's things called holding tanks, and there's holding tanks for the black water. I'll tell you what that is in a second. There's black water, gray water, and fresh water. Fresh water defines itself. That's the water you would use for showering, drinking, if you chose to. I never drink the water out of the holding tank because there's some bacteria and stuff that could get in there unless you put a little, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of it right now. Bleach in there. Bleach will do it. But the black water is your toilet water only. Gray water is your kitchen sink water and your shower water. Okay? So that's something you'll need to remember, because somebody's going to say, what size gray tank do you have, or what size black tank do you have? And you need to know what size those tanks are if you're going to go camping, because after a day or two or three, if there's two of you, they'll fill up pretty quick. And if it's a woman, she's going to take longer showers than a guy, because she's probably going to wash her hair and other stuff. And if you've got a 20-gallon holding tank for the gray water, you're looking at about 4 days max for the tank. And what else? And the gray is a kit. Now, usually the black water tank is the largest, but that can change. But you just have to remember the difference between black water and gray water. Black water is the toilet water. Gray water is the shower and the kitchen sink. And of course, when you go camping, there's partial hookups, like I showed you, that are over there, that are just water. These are just water here too. In fact, all the campsites in this campground are water. They have a few that are water and electric. I don't think they have any full hookups, but they also have, and here's something else you need to learn about, dump stations. Dump station 101, that's a place you tow your RV to that has a place to dump your gray and your black water. And just be sure you learn which side your dump valve is on, so that you pull up to the right side of the dump station. Have I ever made that mistake? Well, yeah, in New Mexico you might do it, and not intentionally, because I think they've got some of theirs that are backwards. But again, we are at Inks Lake State Park. This is in Texas, Central Texas, near Llano, Burnett, Marble Falls. Very popular state park in Texas. Two other things I'll mention. One is, while we're talking about hookups and stuff, you'll hear the phrase dry camping. Well, we went dry camping. Well, dry camping is like if you go to Walmart and camp there with no hookups at all. If you don't have any hookups at all, that's dry camping. Another name for that same thing of dry camping is boondocking. And boondocking is dry camping out in the middle of nowhere, basically on Bureau of Land Management land or in national forests where they have places you can just pull off the road and spend a week or two if you choose to. And you'll need to learn about, Bureau of Land Management regulations if you're going to go boondocking or, quote, dry camping out in the middle of nowhere. But this is your typical state park. I mean, it's typical only in the sense that it's got partial hookups and it's got water only, water and electric, and it's crowded. And you'll find that, this is wintertime in Texas. This is February the 8th, I think. And yeah, it's a pretty crowded park. But again, this is a very scenic park in Texas, right on Inks Lake. They've lowered the lake a little bit to allow people to work on their boat docks, the people that own property right on the lake. But if you want a good site and you come to Inks Lake, this one right here is a good one. It's called 346. It's pretty private and it's water only, no electric, so you might have to have solar. That's another thing you might want to learn about if you're going to start RVing, is solar and how it's used, because you might be getting an RV that is, quote, solar ready, or it has solar panels already installed. What else can I tell you? Then you get into the, once you've moved past that phase there, you go to chapter 2 and you start learning about the different types of RVs that are available. And you'll probably see it, not too many down here. Most of these are tents in this area because this is just water only. But when we get up here where there's water and electric, you're going to see a lot of different types of RVs. You're going to see Class A's, Class B, Class B+, Class C, travel trailers, fifth wheels, truck campers, and people living in vans or cars. And they love the places where there's water and electric because you can run your appliances, which is nice, like your microwave, your air conditioner, and your heater, and all that stuff. And most appliances in the RV will run off of 120 volts or 12 volt. Also, your refrigerator will probably be a 3-way in most cases. There are a lot of RVs now going with a 2-way. 3-way means your refrigerator will run on 12 volt, 120 volt, or propane. And it will automatically switch to propane if there's no electrical power source. Or it might go to 12 volts. Mine goes automatically to propane. There are others that may go to 12 volt. What's the difference between a Class A and a Class B? I'll show you if I see one, but a Class A typically looks like a school bus with a flat nose, you know what I mean? A flat front, and they're usually fairly large. A Class B is like a van, just a modified van to live in. It's got all the appliances and stuff, and they're usually pretty expensive, or can be. There are several different makes that make Class Bs, and then a B+ is just a little step up from the B. It's just a little wider. It's not quite a Class C, and I'll get to that in a second. But it's just a little bigger, gives you a little more space. But all of them have all the amenities. They have a kitchen sink, a furnace, air conditioner, and all the stuff you need. Toilet, shower, usually a small shower in the B+. Class C's usually have a full bath. Class A's have a full bath. And then you're going to hear the term wet bath and dry bath, or wet bath. A wet bath means that there's no shower stall, that the shower stall and the toilet are in the same area. That's usually in your smaller RVs. In your larger RVs, there is a completely separate shower stall with a lip and a shower curtain and the whole thing, just like you have at home, only smaller. What is the difference between a travel trailer? What's a travel trailer? Well, a travel trailer typically is referred to, here comes right straight ahead, that one coming at us, that's a Class C. That's a Class C. That's called a Sunseeker. Got a Mercedes deal on it. The one right behind it there, that's also a Class C. That's a Winnebago. And then you'll hear the term pop-outs. You know, some people say, do you have any slide-outs or pop-outs? That's on the side. That's on the side of the RV, and it just gives you a little more space. The slide-outs do. It's usually in the living area. Sometimes, if you get an extra one, they might have one in the bedroom. But you saw two Class C's. I haven't seen any Class B's or B. Let's go around this way here. We're going to go through the cabins, but there are some RV spots back in here also. Travel trailer and a bumper pull are the same thing. That means you hook it up to the hitch or ball on your vehicle, and away you go. And then you'll need to know something about hitch weights and dry weights, and we'll get to that next. A fifth wheel is just another way to tow an RV. Okay, with a fifth wheel, and the reason they call it a fifth wheel is there's this thing that goes in the back of your truck that is the hitch that is referred to as a fifth wheel. It's not a wheel at all. It's just a hookup. Okay, there's a Class A on the right there. This Airstream right here, the aluminum looking one, that's a travel trailer. Another travel trailer next to it. And then over there, that one we're pointed at now, that's a fifth wheel, and I'll show you that one when we get around here. It's got that extended front. Not going to get too good a look at it. Maybe you can see the difference. See how that overhangs, and he just backs up under that overhang and hooks up in the back of the truck. There's a big hitch there called a fifth wheel. This one right here is the same thing. That's a fifth wheel. It has nothing to do with 5 tires. You know, if you're looking for a wheel, it's not. It's just it's a hitch that fits in back of the truck. And then on the left, there's a couple of travel trailers, different sizes. Here's a little bitty one here on the left called a flyer, which is basically just towing a bed down the highway. And you'll see, whenever you get to looking at trailers, you know, there's teardrop kinds, there's little bitty ones, and you know, there's all kind of flavors. But my recommendation has always been to start off small. Most people do just the opposite. I did. I started off bigger. I've been doing this for 25 years. I think I've had 6 or 7 different RVs. I've had a fifth wheel, and the rest were travel trailers. I've never had a motorhome. I've rented one time in Phoenix. Didn't look like it would work for me. Okay, so we're going to go around here again. Again, we're at Inks Lake State Park in Central Texas, USA. And the reason I'm doing this today is I have a Texas State Parks Pass, and you can buy one for $70. And that gives you a deal in 2 areas. One, it gives you, they waive the entrance fee, which is anywhere from $5 to $6, $7, $8 a day, depending on how busy the park is. And you get a free entry to the park, and that's daily. So if you stayed 3 days, you can save some money. And also you get a discount on camping rates. If you stay 2 nights, you get the second night half off. If you stay a week, you get the 7th day free. And we'll go through this loop here, and you'll get to see some more types of RVs and kind of how they're all set up. In this area up here, they have water and electric, and that's why everybody's here. Everybody wants to run their heater, their microwave oven, their air conditioner if necessary. Not this time of the year, but in the summer. Now you can see how low the lake is because they've lowered it to, again, allow people to work on their stuff. But whenever you're, and you know, you're going to have to learn, if you get a travel trailer or a fifth, well, yeah, travel trailer or fifth wheel, you're going to have to learn how to back them into these spots. You know, see this spot straight ahead there? You know, what you would do is you just pull straight on around and back straight in. And here, you'd have to come around a little curve. But you got, let me show you something. Let's see if I can see it in the video here. I see that, but I don't. Let me back up. There's nobody behind me. Well, let me pull in there and I'll show you. Because I want to show you the hookup. See, you know, if you'd have to back in. You can't pull straight in, even in a motorhome. But you back in, and you want to be sure that, see those hookups right there? That's the water and electric right there where that yellow pole is that you can barely see in the bottom center of the video. And then right next to it is the electric box. And inside of that box, here, they have both 30 and 50 amp. Most smaller travel trailers and motorhomes are 30 amp. The larger ones are 50 amp because they draw more power. And the plug is different. There's a different plug for each of those types. What else can I tell you while I'm thinking here? Of course, you've got, these people here, a lot of these people here are full-timers. These are people that live in their RV and travel around the U.S. all the time. And they come here in the winter because it's warmer in Texas than it is in most other states. Or not all of them, but some of them. And this area of Texas does pretty good. That one that we just passed there, that's a Class A, that flat nose motorhome thing. That's just a travel trailer straight ahead there. And there's all sizes, guys. Any size you want, any color, any. There was a truck camper there. I passed it already, but we did pass a truck camper. That's another way to go. It's a like a home that fits in the back bed of your truck. You'll have to check on those. And of course, there's also the people that live in just regular vans. They buy these commercial vans and fix them up on the inside. And these full-timers here, most of them I'd say are full-timers. And the reason I say that, it's winter time and the park is full, and it's usually full of snowbirds that are getting out of the cold temperatures up north. And that could be some seasonal. So there's a lot of maybe full-timers and seasonals here. What else? And now let's talk about this right quick before I end the video, and that's the weights. Because one of the terms you'll hear are things like hitch weight, dry weight, towing capacity, hauling capacity. All of those have different meanings. The hitch weight for the fifth wheel and the travel trailers is the amount of the weight put on the hitch by the trailer you're towing. It can range anywhere from 100 pounds to 800 pounds, or maybe more for all I know, 1,000. And if you're going to pull one, you'll need to know that. And the dealer or whoever you're buying it from will tell you all about it. And then dry weight is the weight of your unit, whatever it is, Class A, B, C, motorhome, travel trailer, or what. It's the weight of your home dry with nothing in it. You need to know that, because from that you can move on to the next thing called towing capacity. If an RV weighs 2,000 pounds dry weight, that'd be a small one, of course, then in my opinion you need a vehicle that can tow 4,000 pounds, a vehicle that has 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. Why do I say that? Why couldn't you get by with 2,000 pounds? You could, but you cannot have too much towing capacity. You know what I mean? Because if you get up in the mountains, you'll know what I'm talking about, or even hills, because you put 2,000 pounds of dead weight on a 4-cylinder vehicle, or a 6-cylinder even, and you're going to have you'll know it's there. All right, because my RV, my travel trailer, weighs 2,450 pounds. This is a V6 Ram pickup automatic, and I know it's back there when I'm in the hills. Now, when it's flat and level, fine. I get about 16, 17 miles a gallon, which is great. But anyway, so towing capacity is the amount of weight your vehicle can tow. Now, hauling capacity is totally different from towing capacity. Hauling capacity is how much weight you can put in the bed of your truck and drive away safely. That has nothing to do with towing an RV. Towing capacity has nothing to do, hauling capacity has nothing to do with towing an RV. When you're talking about towing an RV, you're talking about towing capacity. And then you get into the different kinds of hitch, whether you need a weight distribution hitch or whether you need a sway bar and all that stuff. That's something you work out with the dealer. And it also depends a lot on the size of the unit you are going to tow. But it is an enjoyable way of life. I've enjoyed it for a long time, still enjoy it. I have a home base, that I will just mention that, but I have a home base where I park my RV that I own the property here in Texas, and I also have a home base in Capitan, New Mexico. that I go to in the summer where it's cooler. And I plan to go there probably in April or May in that range. Anyway, let me get up here. I'm going to end the video here in just a second. In fact, I'm going to end it right here, as a matter of fact. Okay. I don't want to park here, but I don't have any choice. There's people walking behind me. But anyway, I'm not going to cut the motor off. But anyway, thumbs up, guys. Where's my thumb? Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Good luck with your RVing if you choose to do it. And enjoy it. Carpe diem. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want. If you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Well, it helps. You know, it doesn't cost you a penny if you want to fool with it. I'm getting out of these people's way. There's people all around you. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight. How? Because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. And then what else? Stretch, walk, take deep breaths, stand guard at the door of your mind. Keep your health, because if you're healthy, you'll feel like doing a lot of RVing. But anyway, guys, for all you beginners, RVing 101, that's part of it. And there's a lot more we could talk about. We could talk about this for an hour, but this will get you started. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.